What's up, gay straights and other days? It's Mally. I'm here with Slay the Princess, the demo version that I found on Steam. Now, this is clearly not your typical fairy tale because it's already telling you to kill the princess instead of saving her, but apparently there are multiple endings, so we are going to try and get each and every one of them. Emphasis on try. Here's the little disclaimer, the little content warning. This is a horror game and is not intended for all audiences, as my favorite tag of all time, which is psychological horror. Visit their website if you need the full list of their content warnings. It also contains flashing images, and if this is bad for you, be cautious. But yeah, this is our little disclaimer, so if any of this stuff is triggering, take care of yourselves, maintain your own triggers, and as always, let's have some fun together. Alright, let's see if we can indeed slay the princess, because apparently the world will end if we don't. So let's get fucking started. Black Tabby Games. Where have I seen that name before? I feel like I've seen that name. Well, I guess we'll start because we have nothing to load. Typical princess in a tower, but apparently we have to kill her, so let's start. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. Ah yes, because I am the hero.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Wait, she's not in a tower, she's in a basement? Well, now I want to save her purely based on the creep factor. What the? Yuck. Maybe you're the creepy one, narrator.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Uh-huh. Well, how'd she get captured in the first place? That's kind of what I want to know. Oh, we have some options. We can explore, or we can move on. Okay. So, the end of the world? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
This string music is deceptively calming. What do you mean? But how can a princess locked away in the basement end the world? If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not going to kill her. Do you have any evidence? There's a lot. But no, this one interests me. She's locked away. How can she end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Why won't you tell me, though? Well, why? Do you have any evidence to back this up? These are all questions that I actually have. Yeah, what? Evidence?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin.
Okay, and?
Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Yeah, but why won't you tell me? And also, why is my cursor a little claw hand? Oh, you can't even see that. Yeah, here, look, I have a little claw hand. Are you sure I'm not the monster here? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Wait, what? Oh, she's mad because you locked her up. I guess that's a good one to ask.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
What ticking clock?
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Well, I'm not gonna say can't someone else do this. Well, killing a princess seems No, there are bad princesses. What happens if I turn around and leave? You know what? This seems like a short thing. Let's turn around and... No, let's try to get a main organic ending first, actually. This one feels most like me right now. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. Because I can't say one way or the other. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I trust you so much because you just refuse to tell me why.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Well, the only argument you've given me is bad, world end, but you haven't given me a why. The why is important to me, so let's hear her out.
Then each and every one of us is doomed.
Yeah.
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
I will. I fucking
You
will.
make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Who lives in this cabin, actually? Because if she's in the basement, that implies that somebody lives up top. Who lives in the cabin, then? Or is it just empty?
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Yeah, that's the point of that, but I thought I was the hero. Okay.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I guess I'll proceed. There's really no other choice. Yeah, world's clunkiest footsteps here.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
To kill her with, I presume?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Why the fucking epic music over the... This feels off. But I'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Listen, I'm just picking it up. I didn't say anything about killing her yet. I guess we'll enter. So I guess there's an ending where you enter unarmed. Oh god, here we go. What am I gonna find?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
What do you mean lives here? She's imprisoned.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Okay.
Who's there?
Me.
It's commanding. Almost as though she's the one in charge down here.
Sounded pretty timid. I don't know about that, but sure, hero.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Uh-huh. Sure. Hi?
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Okay, I don't have a choice. I'm going. Hello.
Walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
One of them is broken, though. Why is that?
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Well, coldly beautiful isn't good. Maleficent is coldly beautiful. Ignore the part where she turns good in the other Disney movie, but lots of villains are coldly beautiful. What do you mean? This doesn't mean I'm siding one way or the other. I'm just making a point.
Focus on the task at hand.
I'm too gay, I can't.
Are you here to kill me or something?
It seems to be that way. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Why the fuck would I do that?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out.
Okay, I officially am not listening to a word you say, hero, because damn, you're not proceeding with any brains.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I will tighten my grip, because like hell I'm gonna drop it.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
Oh, boo-hoo, puppy eyes. I don't know you. I'm holding the knife.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me?
No.
Because you should be.
I literally am not.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Uh-huh. You telling me to drop it tells me that maybe this thing can kill you, though.
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see the razor sharpness in her gaze? I don't think she's bluffing.
I think she is.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
I can still explore, though. Can I talk to the voices in my head without her hearing? Are you sure she's not armed?
I'm positive.
How?
I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she can use it.
Hesitating. Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
I don't like the patronizing voice. I'm gonna stab you just for that. I am no petulant child. No.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Okay. We'll talk with the blade. You know what? This will end it in 5 minutes, but I kind of want to see what happens. I feel like she's gonna fucking probably shank us or something. Probably shank us because we did hesitate. But you know what? You're being a little shit. Die.
You charged the princess, blade in hand, but unfortunately your earlier suspicions proved correct. A blade of her own slips down her sleeve and catches you in the neck.
I got an achievement that says manifesting a gun to kill my enemy with.
Blood sprays from the cut, your severed carotid artery painting the princess with strokes of red. You'd better finish your task quickly before you run out of time.
Finish it then.
With the
For
last
this
bit
far.
of your will, you press forward, sinking the blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
Yeah, huh.
The two of you collapse on the floor together, rapidly bleeding out.
Hey, it's just like the ending of Hamlet. Get fucked, princess.
Somehow, I thought this would turn out a little differently. But I wonder...
You know what? Maybe it will.
Do you really think this is the end?
Are you telling me there's multiple endings, or are you doing a plot twist?
There it is again. That razor-sharp look in her eyes and the terrifying conviction in her words. But you don't have the time to worry over such things. Everything goes black, and you die.
I got the achievement. The real Slay the Princess starts here. Chapter 2, The Fury. Oh, so I was supposed to do that. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods.
Wait, what?
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Am I on the path to kill her again? Am I going for a second ending, or am I still in the first one? That's interesting. I thought it would just reset.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Hasn't this already happened?
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I.
No, we haven't. I know you.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
But you do.
There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's going to kill us again.
Whose voice the... Is that me? Wait. If that's the case, you said kill us again. Voice of the Broken is probably me from that last timeline. So then Voice of the Hero was probably also me. So then I'm the third me? Ah, we're getting the fucky timelines. Okay, sure. I don't know exactly what I am, though. My hand looked weird. I don't look like a hero. You sure I'm not just another monster?
Oh, is there another one of us in here?
A past self, maybe.
If you go to the cabin, you might as well just throw yourself at her feet and beg for mercy. You are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff that pathetic little voice to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
You get no words out of me, fuck you. Maybe we'll try talking this time then. I'll silently proceed.
I have one last warning for you.
What?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Okay, yeah, you warned me about that.
It's not her lies that'll stop us.
What then?
I must admit, I'm a little worried about going back in there. I don't want to be as much of a downer as my new roommate, but we were definitely outclassed last time. She seems more demon than princess.
I mean, I'm kind of into demons anyway, but yeah, we'll try to kill her this time, but maybe manipulate her back with words.
Ignore them, they don't know what they're talking about. She's just a princess. Don't get all in your head about it.
My achievement said the real game begins here, though. So, proceed. We'll still bring the knife, though, because why wouldn't I? Again, it's very
The
suspicious that
interior of the
nobody lives
cabin
here.
is larger than it should be.
What?
The only item of furniture is a plain wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Well, we're still gonna take that, but did it get bigger? Is that what you're saying?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It'd be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Enter.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old wooden staircase. The steps are wide and deep. The air seeping up from below is heavy and oppressive, with an odd, eggy stink to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Oh, fierce this time.
Who's there?
It's somehow even fiercer than it was before.
Yeah, the hero remembers. So, you must be past me, and so must the broken.
Of course it is.
So I'm the third me now.
Don't let it intimidate you.
I won't.
You carefully make your way down the stairs.
Oh, I don't even call out this time.
As you
Oh.
descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, a large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
Again, little confused as to why only one of your arms is shackled, but sure. But, hi, demon lady.
Is it just me, or is she bigger than last time? It looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Perhaps, but she's also standing up now.
I told you. It's pointless.
I was wondering when I might have company. Free me from my bindings, and maybe I'll let you live for a while.
I have definitely underestimated you. Holy hell. You've changed, like, a lot. To be continued? The achievement for that was the Fury. Thank you for playing. There's 7 endings in the demo and many more ways to die. Huh. Nicole, though, has done a very good job voice acting so far. Like, that change. That change got me so good. That startled me for a second. I was like, wait, whoa, hold on. There's something wrong here. But I love that. And I definitely want to get more. Wait, Gab Smolders? Oh my god, is that our girl? Is that our girl? Is that Evelyn? Is that Evelyn? Because I adore her. That'd be so cool. Okay, so I got 3 of 13 achievements right now. You can't really see that right now because I'm checking my second monitor. So I'm gonna try to get the other endings now. But what's actually interesting about this first part that I'm clocking now is that the hero doesn't want to slay her. So maybe it's not a version of me? I don't know. Or maybe he just doesn't remember. I'm not really sure. Let's say this one then. Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Because we didn't say this.
Does it? Are you a monarchist?
No.
Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Okay, can't someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
What if I refuse?
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
You'd be surprised. There are many a sad person in the world.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
I'll walk towards the cabin. I'm not gonna give you words this time. I'll just walk towards it.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Well, I guess we're gonna actually talk to her now. I'm gonna leave the knife upstairs, though. I want to see what happens if
We're
we
not
do
going to go
that.
through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Wait, hold on. That doesn't necessarily imply that he doesn't remember doing this. He goes, we're not going to go through with this. Which still leaves open the possibility that he was a version of me before. I don't know. It's all very interesting, though.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Well, there's nowhere to go but in. But who lives here? Other than the princess, who else lives here? Or does she live here and this is just
The
a
interior
trap?
of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Yeah, last time, now that I can see the difference, it is smaller. But we're gonna leave the blade alone this
The
time.
blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No, I wanna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. Don't pick it up. This is probably gonna get us killed real fast, but it's fine.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
So there's subtle changes every time because last time you said it smelled like eggs. This time you didn't. We're back at the rot. Interesting.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
And it's not fierce this time because we've reset. I like being able to compare this. This is fascinating. If this is the demo, I can't wait to see what the full game is.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Did you say that before?
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
You didn't.
You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Because before you said it sounds like she's in charge, but now it's different because I have nothing on me. I'm not gonna say anything, I'm just gonna continue down.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done.
Well, maybe this is the only way she'll actually talk to me, and maybe I'll get more story this way. Hello.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Okay, calm down, hero. I know that my main bit is also I'm a permanent resident of Horny Jail, but focus, please.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
I'm fine. I don't know about hero over there.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
You're more talkative now that I don't have a knife. Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh.
Do you not have one?
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
That's not a name, that's a title.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
Shut up, your name is Hero. So is Princess your name? That's a no.
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
You are lying. You are so obviously lying.
Okay, that's weird.
It is weird.
She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
Well, I don't know anything about you. For all I know, we'll save that. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking? Yeah, because you don't look like you're starving.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Well, you look healthy. That's what it has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
I want to know who's keeping her here. That's why it's relevant.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Unless she's a demon like that was so clearly revealed later. What are you gonna do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life.
Okay, don't cover for a hero. I want to hear what she has to say.
She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter.
Yeah, you reek of manipulation. Like, that's such a cop-out answer. Like, no. No, screw you. I want the truth. And if you have nothing to hide, if there's nothing bad about your truth, then it shouldn't matter, should it?
It's not like you'd believe me.
Well, if you had something believable, you wouldn't have this problem again. I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason.
Great, what is it?
I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
Yeah, and I'd like it, please.
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
Listen, narrator, I'm a special kind of stupid. I need more information. Well, I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently a threat to the world. But I wanted to see you for myself. I'm not sure what to believe. I'm starting to think it's true. There's something about you that doesn't feel... I don't want to play our hand right away. I wanted to see you for myself. I'm still not sure what to believe.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
You think?
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Would the narrator know that?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
Nobody has told me anything. They've just been... The argument has been trust me, bro. So I don't know. So if you throw the same trust me, bro at me, I don't know what to do. I was hoping you'd tell me.
I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
I believe her.
I don't.
She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
What?
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
I don't trust any of you. I'm just trying to get enough information to make a sound decision, but there's no sound anything here at this point.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
The reason is information, hero, not empathy.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me.
Again, you're talking like a person backed into a corner, which means you feel threatened by me.
This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about.
Uh-huh, which means you should be doing better to save it.
Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to?
Why would you keep giving sussy answers?
We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
I can either keep her locked away, or try to kill her, or try to get her out of here. For the sake of maybe breaking it up a little bit, this is going to end very badly, but let's get her out of here. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here. I don't trust you, but I don't trust the voices in my head either. And I'm also really curious to see what happens if I unleash you upon the world. You can call me an idiot later. Don't make me regret this, even though you totally are.
You're only making this more difficult.
Or funnier!
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
What, are you gonna spare me and kill everybody else? Sure.
You're making a huge mistake.
You also made a mistake by not telling me shit.
No, you're doing the right thing.
I don't care, hero. I want to
Walk
see.
up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Obviously, but maybe I can pick it with a knife?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
I doubt that.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? No. I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there, and if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Yeah.
You attempt
Bye.
to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Excuse me?
Is someone else here?
Yes, obviously. Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Okay, I was hoping it'd be a little more flimsy. Okay, yelling time. Hey, let me out of here, bitch!
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
That's about right.
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
You put her in here, and you put me here. I am a genius. I have figured you out. Fine, bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
So current theory now, the narrator put her in here. Somehow, which means it's probably not a disembodied entity like I thought. And now he's locked me in here so that I can't frickin' break her chains. Thanks.
Easier for whom?
Yeah, easier for who?
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Okay, then open the door, narrator.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah, they did, and they is probably the voice in my head, but it's fine.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
I just got done playing a Corey. I thought I wouldn't have to see that anymore. Why would you? You fucking psychopath.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal.
What?
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Well, no, it's you. You're doing this. I'm calling it now. You're behind it.
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
I'm very interested in what happens if I do that. Free.
Fine.
Cry about it.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see that. Stop. Change the screen.
Cut into her flesh.
Yeah, I do. Icky nasty. Now I'm seeing it on my arm. Thank you, game.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
I hate my life. I fucking hate my life. It's Dylan all over again, but worse.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
Great. Can we lose the shot now?
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Disgusting.
No, she didn't.
Yep, and now I fucked the world, but hey, at least it'll look cool.
She clutches the wheel, softly smiling as her gaze meets yours.
Hello. Can you fuck off now? Can you go away, Stumpy?
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
She is not.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
You're gonna kill me. I don't care though. It was worth it for the meme. Put your arm away. Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Is the narrator behind this, like I said? Already? He's gonna keep us in here.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
No, I don't. Also, yeah, I'm definitely some kind of monster. What is with my hand? I don't want to do this. You're making me do this. Hey, put you away.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Yeah, you can't just do that, bitch.
Watch me.
No, I won't. I refuse.
What are you doing?
I'm being forced. I don't have a choice. Fuck you. Warn.
Stop that.
Oh, I thought this was all a little too easy.
Yeah, kill me, whatever, I don't care.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
Yeah, but I have warned her.
But the princess dodges. Wait, she dodges?
Yes, she does. I think you're the real Evil Knievel here. You know what? So as she can turn into a demon form. So as she has an Evil Knievel form. You're the real evil one here. You haven't told me shit. Fuck you.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
You are trying to force your really old plan on me, and I refuse. Run, princess! Where's the warning? Resist. Fuck
The
you.
blade. Move the blade.
No fucking way.
I'm sorry. I can see you're doing your best to resist what's happening to you. I'll try and make this quick.
Please do. I like you, kinda, I guess. I appreciate the cunning and shit, and your willingness to tear into your own flesh to set yourself free, but I'd rather not look at your stump anymore. And
She
me.
pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. You feel her claws on your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease.
So she is a monster. Hey, demon princesses are pretty cute. I'm not against this.
You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained red as your blood seeps into the fabric.
I'm sure you can take it to the dry cleaners and it'll be fine.
When she manages to escape from this place and bring ruin to the world, know that it was all your fault.
Okay, I'm cool with that. I'm feeling she wouldn't have killed me if you hadn't done your bullshit. So in a way, my death, actually no, not in a way, no, completely. My death is your fault! Yours! You did this to me!
It can't just end like this, right?
It can, apparently.
As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry. It's over.
You did this, fuck you.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Because of you! No, she didn't do this. The damsel. That's different.
You're on a path in the woods,
Hello?
and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
That is impossible. Literally impossible, but sure, we'll roll with the timey-wimey bullshit.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, yeah, no, this one matches me. I'm not reading any more of this, so you bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your stupid tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time, you and I.
No, we haven't.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Well, can I change it, hero? Past me, I'm guessing at this point?
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. We can help her. We just have to find a way.
And your voice of the doubting this time instead of voice of the broken. So it does change. So, maybe the real thing is the narrator is the bad one, and it's the princess that we do have to save, which means we're still saving a princess, instead of slaying her. Okay, I can roll with this.
Oh, is there another one of us in here?
Yep.
Help her? Need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago. Sure, and all of us in here definitely believe you. Just stay focused on the task at hand.
Okay. What if I turn around and leave, though?
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
I got an achievement that said nope! Wait, is there a way to just not go? Well, the only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. Oh.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
I didn't expect that to work, okay.
That's strange.
What?
It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
You're a fucking liar. I think you're both fucking liars, but you're more of a fucking liar. Fine. No, I'm doing it again. I'll fucking do this again. I'm turning around again, and I'm leaving again. What you gonna do about it?
You're
Actually,
really
I
keen
know
on wasting
what you're
everyone's
gonna do
time,
about
aren't
it.
you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Okay. Good, maybe everyone should die. Oh my god. You are not emotionally and blackmailing me into doing this. Fuck you.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that.
What? Where am I going? Oh, I'm turning around
Fine.
again.
Turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Get fucked, narrator. Ugh.
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the
I'm
cabin
shocked.
again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
You know what? Rule of threes. Oh, yeah? Well, I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again. In fact, I'm just going to keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Wait, how though? If I don't go here, then she doesn't get freed. So how is this any different than before I came here and then after I came here? What do you... You're full of shit. We're leaving.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
Was the cabin always in the peripheral like that?
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
Music's distorting.
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
Excuse me?
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
What?
Wait, what's going on?
I'm breaking time.
You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Well, yes. But also what?
You've doomed us all, you know that, right?
Uh-huh.
But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death.
Anything's better than listening to your ass.
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Chapter 2 again. A stranger? You're putting me back.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
You sound very tired. Are you tired of my shit yet?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
You weren't kidding. She actually ended the world last time, didn't she? What the hell is she? Apparently.
Last I checked, there wasn't any last time. We've just met, you and I.
Yeah, no, we haven't. But can you really not remember? Is that legitimately a part of you?
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
What voice am I gonna get this time?
Yeah, screw this guy. He might
Contrarian?
have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day.
Oh, I like this one. I like this one a lot.
If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off.
Still, the world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful.
So the hero will always remember. That's interesting.
You are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Well, I'm going to lie. Yup, Oogie, definitely gonna slay the princess. I am Miss Confidant.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you.
LOL.
I have one last warning for you.
Wait, I just clocked. That's back there at that other path. I thought that was like some weird sketch of trees in the distance, like some weird minimalist sketch of trees. No. That's a wall. And the wall has continued. No, you definitely remember. You might be pretending not to, actually.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Maybe we should believe her.
I like this one. This one's the favorite voice in my head so far because it's just like me, a little shit.
Maybe she isn't a liar.
Ah.
Ignore them, they're just being difficult for the sake of it.
Yeah, 'cause it's funny. Proceed, though. And what am I, really? Because I keep seeing my hand like that.
The interior of the cabin is odd. The air smelling faintly of plastic. The wood of the walls fitting together at uncomfortable angles. The only furniture is a plain wooden table, its legs all the wrong lengths, causing it to tilt towards the door. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
That is definitely different than the last description. Okay, so there's something wrong in this reality already.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Maybe I will take it this time.
If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyways?
Wait, can we throw it out the window? Can we?
I, for one, would rather have it. We don't really know what we're dealing with here.
That is true. She could have changed since the last time we saw her, because she was a demon when we did the second chapter.
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
No. There's more to her than that. It's not just any ordinary princess. You've said that yourself. I can't throw it out the window. God damn it. Well, I guess we'll take the blade then.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Enter.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old wooden staircase. The steps are warped and shoddily constructed. The air seeping up from below is heavy, oppressive, with an odd stink to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Didn't you call it a rot last time? These subtle changes are fucking with my head, mate. I don't know, we'll see.
Her voice carries up the stairs, its multi-tonal lilt adding to the already uneasy atmosphere.
Why is it multi-tonal?
Hello. Is someone there?
Well, no. That sounds very pretty, but that immediately leads me to believe that you're possessed as hell right now. I'm wary. I know what that multi-tonal shit means.
This isn't what I expected her to sound like.
No, not at all.
What is she?
I don't know.
I think we'd all like to know. You carefully make your way down the stairs.
I don't think I'm gonna like what I'm gonna find.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view.
What in the fuck? There's something off already. Oh, wait. Wait, are you decapitated or is your head just hidden? Because it looks like your head is no longer attached to your body. What?
She's
Oh, God!
one moving a little faster than the other. The loose skin of her face stretches into something resembling a smile.
Oh my God, what in the hell?
Good lord.
Uh-huh. Ah!
Bulges, roiling under her skin as she starts to speak, her voice pouring out between her closed teeth.
I actually almost gagged there. That's not an exaggeration. I almost fucking gagged. What the fuck is wrong with you? Holy fuck.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I had a friend.
I'm gonna sit here now. Ha 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 ha. Hello, friend. Ah! To be continued. What, stranger? Stranger was the achievement for that. Why was there a gunshot? There was no such gun. What in the fuck? Okay. Maybe you're both fucky, huh? Maybe you both suck. Maybe both the narrator and the princess suck so bad. But I think the princess sucks a lot worse less, because at least the princess did not manipulate my entire freaking body and at least gave me my free will. So fuck you, narrator. We're gonna do this again. I'm gonna do it again. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. Let's go. What if I nope out of here? What if I nope out of here from chapter 1 though? Is this gonna
Carefully
change?
make your way down the stairs. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view.
Okay, so I just finished that. Turns out it doesn't matter when you decide to diverge from the path. No matter what, if you try that shit, you're just gonna get the bulgy princess. Let's go again. Let's go. And this time I'm gonna do it without hesitating and see if that gets me better. Because I hesitated last time, and the narrator said that would
The
be fatal.
interior.
Grab the
You
blade,
take the.
and let's go. Just checking in on you.
Oh? It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
A little bit. Hello.
You walk
Yay.
down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Again, focus, horny mans.
Focus on the task at hand.
Are you here to kill me or something?
Yup. You know what? I'm a step forward. We'll just do this straight up, no hesitation.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
This sick knife.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
I'm gonna.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
All you do, in this reality anyway, is just stab me right back. So not much potential here.
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see the razor sharpness in her gaze? I don't think she's bluffing.
Yeah.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
She is armed, but I don't know if I can counter that. Fuck you.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
Which means we get it, right? Maybe?
You feel flesh
Ooh.
easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Icky.
Oh,
Yes.
this is it, isn't it?
Apparently so.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming, but I have to wonder.
You're embarrassed? You're dying and you're embarrassed. What is this? Okay.
Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It was enough last time.
There it is again. That razor-sharp look in her eyes and the terrifying conviction in her words. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
Your princess is a fucking moron, apparently.
But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face.
But is it over? Really over?
I mean, I doubt it. She is part demon. She's part a lot of things. It really depends on what form she takes. Of course not. That was too easy.
It's over. Don't get all worked up.
I'm getting all worked
With
up.
your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
Did I not take the knife with me? To at least bleed her out?
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
We haven't. It's neither good nor bad. You both suck.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
That's the first time we've actually come back up the stairs. Okay, we'll leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Yeah, she's gonna be behind me, isn't she? I'm gonna call that now.
Only
What?
a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of space.
Uh-huh.
What happened?
I don't know.
Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy.
you'll be happy.
You little shit! Oh my god! Fuck you, that's bullshit, let me out of here!
What's done is done, and there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Am I the real danger? Is that what the twist is here?
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
You are a fucking liar.
Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Is there a way out? Hell no, do you have any idea how to get us the heck out of here?
I do, but you're probably not going to like it.
Yeah, I'll jump through that door if that's what you're asking.
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
Oh, we're just jumping straight to that. Yeah, sure.
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
He's right. It's the only way out.
Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
I'm your second captive and the princess is your first. I'm like coming up with these new conclusions as I'm finding out more. I don't like either the princess or the narrator, but I hate the narrator a lot more. What are you playing at?
Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
I'll fucking dare. I hate you. Anything to get out of here at this point. I just want to spite you at this point, because I like you the least.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate.
You made me a cabin surrounded by nothingness with a corpse rotting downstairs and a singular table. What do you mean, happy little place?
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
I most certainly do. What am I, though? What are these hands? I keep asking myself that. Ugh.
The end. Nice knowing you.
Fuck you. At least I'm free of you. Chapter 2, the No way! Let me out! Excuse you, I'm dead!
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
We're both dead, what do you mean? I fixed it. Okay, fine, whatever, fine.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. I already killed the princess, though. But you also trapped me here after I slew her last time. No, we'll go with this.
How unfortunate that the sole person capable of slaying the princess also seems to be somewhat insane. Oh well, so long as you get the job done, it doesn't matter what sort of mental state you're in.
You are definitely wise to this. You know. You remember. What is this? What's happening here, really?
I have one last warning for you.
Is it the lying,
She will
cheating
lie.
shit now? Yeah.
Right. She won't be a problem.
It's voice of the cold now, because I didn't hesitate.
I'm not sure I'm a fan of my new roommate. I think there's a lot more to this situation than we've been told.
There is, and this narrator seems intent on keeping us trapped here forever for some unknown reason, and I don't know why.
The situation couldn't be more straightforward. Just ignore him.
No.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only item of furniture is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
Why is that when I've killed her last time?
Before you have a chance to even think about taking it, the top of a hand appears from underneath the floorboards.
That's not a hand, that is a head. Your pronunciation sucks, narrator. Hello.
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin.
Hello, Emily from Corpse Bride. Good to see you.
And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
Hi.
A ghost!
It is a ghost. Don't be scared.
Oh, wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Aren't we both ghosts?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, killer. I guess we've got some things to talk about, haven't we? Like how you murdered me?
Yeah, I guess so. How would you like to proceed with that? I got the Spectre achievement for that. And why does that gunshot noise keep going off? Why, exactly? Where's the gun coming from? And apparently, there's to be continued, which either means more endings or that ending has more to it that they haven't given us yet. I don't know. Okay, for the sake of my sanity, I pulled up the actual Steam achievements page. It doesn't say how to get them, it just says what they are. But at least they'll give me an idea of how to proceed. So let's keep going, because so far, we've gotten 6 of 13 endings. Okay, I guess we'll be a passive bitch now. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
So I think we're gonna kill her, no hesitation, and then just stay in the happy cabin and see what happens. So we'll take the blade, and we'll enter the basement. I'm not sure. I feel like she has some kind of trick up her sleeve.
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's nothing hidden up there.
That's kind of bullshit, but okay.
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs.
Why do I
This
feel
is
like
all the
You
same.
did kill someone, but that
You
day
killed
isn't.
somebody, and we'll try to
You
leave,
open the cabin door.
and we're
only-
getting
What?
this.
Everyone is.
And let's just... Oh, okay. We're fine with being trapped forever.
So glad you're keeping an open mind. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
I've never been happier.
Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
We sure as heck are. Yeah, didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
He is 100% just telling us that we are, but I'm not gonna question him. La 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 la. No, we're happy. I'm sure of it.
Really? Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess.
More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning.
Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here.
I am overjoyed, hero.
The little voices' pleas fall on deaf ears.
La 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 la.
Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Overjoyed. Oh, good ending! Good ending! I did it! I saved everyone! Hooray! Look at this beautiful art! I did it! I'm so good! That was also the Steam achievement, which means I was correct. Alright, let's actually do stuff now. So that's 7 of 13 now. How do you do the staring contest, though? Let's go again and skip to some parts. Because apparently there's a nightmare, and a beast, and a damsel ending. We'll take it.
You take the...
And we'll enter. And here we go.
Her voice...
Who's there?
Yeah, who's
It's
there?
manipulative.
Authority, manipulation, and I'm not going to say a word.
You're still listening to reason.
I am a cold-blooded killer, apparently. The coldest and the
And walk down the
bloodiest.
stairs.
I haven't decided yet. Sure, we'll go down this path again.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
What happens if I do that, actually?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare.
What if I did, though? Because I kind of hate you
It's
now.
fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I'll drop it then. I don't know how to get the staring ending, but you know what? Maybe I'll just drop it. She gon' kill us with it, though.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clap.
How dare you? That was a very ceremonious clang. You're full of shit, narrator.
Thank you.
I guess you're welcome.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
Can we stare now?
We'll be fine.
Yeah, sure we will.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So, this is a pretty awkward start to a relationship.
Whoa, wait. Hold the fuck on. Listen, I know my main bit is that I'm perpetually in a horny jail, obviously. But like, what do you mean relationship? I haven't even begun to flirt with you. I don't even know if I'm necessarily attracted to you. Because I've seen all your forms, and some of them literally made me gag. So, I don't even know if I want you. Relationship? Are you coming on to me? I would like to start with that, but do we stare? There is no staring option. But we'll lead with this, because you started it. A relationship? Are you coming on to me? What?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
No, we don't. We're still strangers. Okay, fine. How would I get you out of here? I don't think I asked that last time.
You can't. Don't bother.
Yeah, I know, Mr. All-Knowing, All-Fuckery. I know. But I'm still gonna ask.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here. And if there isn't...
Oh, I did ask. Never mind.
Well, we can always put that knife to good use.
But I didn't have the knife this time. Okay.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
I don't want any more amputations of the hands. Please stop.
She is. I'm sure of it.
I don't like it. I guess I'll lead with I'm here because you're going to end the world. I don't think I had that option last time.
Don't just tell her that.
I will tell her that, narrator. You're not trustworthy either. In fact, you're less trustworthy than she is. Words are hard.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
Yeah.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
I don't think you made that disgusted face before, though. Now I'm getting this game is making me so paranoid about every fucking rotation I go through with this.
Just how long has she been down here?
Did they even bother to tell you how I'm supposed to end the world? Because that just doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd be capable of.
You sound... I might be going crazy, but she doesn't sound as sad this time. You just seem... dead. Inside. No, and if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I am inclined to trust them. Because fuck the narrator at this point.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
You put me in a minimally furnished cabin in the woods for the rest of my life? What do you mean, best interest? Fuck you.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We can figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Don't call me pal. You know what? We'll examine the chains, because we have the knife now.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
I guess. This isn't gonna work, though.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
Yeah, it was
They
you.
would have just
I'm
left
inclined
the
to
key
believe
her
that it
chain
was you.
somewhere in the cabin.
I am very heavily inclined to believe that you locked her down here because you're the one that can trap me in here as well. And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas besides me cutting you out of here?
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
Jesus. Those dead eyes.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Yeah, it's you.
Is someone else here?
It's you. It's fucking fine. Return.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
Get over it.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
Ugh.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Fuck you.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain.
I am covering the eye that can see that because icky. I'm gonna gag. I'm gonna throw up. Ugh. Why am I doing it? Can't you bite yourself out like the last time, you fucking Corey knockoff?
You cut into her flesh.
I do indeed. Stop. Why is it pulling like taffy?
Crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
Ugh.
She didn't so much as utter a sound.
I don't care. Move the frame. Move on. Move on. Ew.
The princess clutches the wall, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Lol.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
How are we gonna get out of here, huh? I'm about to get possessed. Approach, though.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high.
Yeah,
you can't just
you're a
let her
little bitch.
escape into- As
Skip.
the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
We will try to warn her, but at the very last minute, I think we have to lose because that's one of the achievements, so we'll warn her.
Stop that.
Oh. I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess dodges?
Yes, she does.
Stop
Fuck
it.
you.
Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Is this the last time? Okay, I think this is the last time.
Thank you.
Fuck you. Yeah, I got the achievement now. I tried so hard and I got so far. And for some reason, I think that icon is Goku on Steam. You'll have to check the game out for yourself on Steam to see that.
You swing your arm towards her throat, the blade singing through the air.
I'm not gonna make it, though.
But she's ready for it. She grabs your arm, her grip like a stone vice.
Okay.
You drop the blade.
Ow!
Pathetically.
Yeah, well, I'm fine with this. Fuck you.
She lets go, and faster than you can react, rears back and hits you with a bone-shattering haymaker.
What the hell is a haymaker? What are these words you're spewing at me? Excuse me.
There's a
Ugh.
ringing in your ears. You're fairly certain you can feel bone grinding against bone where she fractured your jaw, but your body isn't allowing you to feel much right now. Adrenaline coursing through your system and numbing your nerves.
Gross.
You fall to your knees. You're barely able to bring your trembling arms up to defend yourself before she hits you again.
Okay, deserved.
Every blow is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every impact, unknown ruptures blossoming with blood somewhere inside of you.
I deserve this.
You poor thing. I'll go ahead and put you out of your misery.
Thank you.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground.
You don't need to step on me. Jeez. Wait, what happened to the knife? We used that. I don't want your filthy feet on me. Get your foot off me. Disgusting.
Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess.
It can't just end like this, right?
Can and
I'm
did.
sorry, but it's over.
Alright.
Everything
Cool.
goes dark, and you die.
And I got the Princess Soul achievement, which means I died 6 times. Let's do this again. Hero and the
Your
princess,
armor?
here we go. We'll leave the blade behind and maybe we can
You make
stare at
your
her
way
that
up.
time. And let's talk.
Okay.
Let's see what happens if we just keep her locked away. I'm gonna keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
Of course you'd like that.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Well, bear it.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
And why didn't she find that way out before, narrator?
So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't,
What the
I can
fuck?
promise that you'll regret that decision.
Oh, that face. What in the hell?
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
I don't like that face. I despise that face. But we haven't tried locking her in the basement yet.
I know you think this is some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here.
Go on, I'm gonna try.
It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch. No one has to die.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
Well, can and probably will try.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way back to the stairs.
Yeah, mistake. You should be moonwalking up these.
Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Okay.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
Either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she? You can still grab the blade and get back down here.
No.
It'll be the death of all of us, but fine. We'll do it your way.
Yay. Time to die.
You close the basement door,
Oh.
locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
Why doesn't it have the blade anymore?
Okay, we can make this work.
Can we?
You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door.
Do I have the blade, yes or no?
It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still
Ugh.
there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
What do you mean easier on me? So you'll be less angry when you stab me?
It's not like this little door I'll hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
You don't have a good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare.
As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece.
Okay.
I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it.
Joke's on you, though. You'll be stuck cold and alone.
You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
Yes, I do.
Doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker.
No, she's just getting real angry.
No, it doesn't.
Threaten me all you want. All it does is ease my guilty conscience. Or, so all of that was just an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess. You're a monster. Or, it's bedtime!
Just ignore her. Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if we just don't pay attention to it.
La 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 la, you can't see me.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall.
Oh,
You
look,
jolt
it's
awake
open.
in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
Where is she?
Thanks for helping me
Oh.
get out of that awful basement.
Good morning. You look a little glitchy today.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working.
Oh, I was gonna give you a little hug. Your arms look like they're coming in for a little hug. Oh, okay.
It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach.
You said nothing about my fingies, though. I can still give her a hug.
Whose side are you on?
I can give her a hug.
Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
But you said nothing about my arms, so I can still give her a hug.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
I guess.
She
Hi.
steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Well, that's a little rude. Also, what footfalls? I'm pretty sure she's just floating.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look
You
well.
sniff me?
A little green around the gills.
Why are you sniffing me? Yeah. What do you mean, gills? Wait, am I a fish person? I know I'm not entirely human because, you know, my hands, but eh.
What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Like what?
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
How many?
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
Not if I reset again.
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends.
It ain't, because I can click start again.
I'm sorry, but it is.
Yup.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
This time around, anyway. Chapter 2, The Nightmare. Oh, that's one of my endings. Sweet.
You're on a path in the woods.
Yeah, we know. We know. Yeah, I get I'm going. Let's fucking go.
I have one life.
She's a liar, I get it.
We can't go in there. Do either of you feel sick? Because I feel sick just thinking about that place. We're going to die.
Why are you meek?
You should be careful. There's something very wrong going on here.
Ignore them. They don't know what they're talking about. She's just a princess. No reason to get all freaked out.
So we're paranoid now. We'll proceed.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only item of furniture is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Why is it on the floor this time?
No. The basement door. It isn't there anymore. She could be anywhere.
Wait a minute. Wait, if you look out the windows, she is anywhere. There's like 3 shadows of her in the left window, and then one on the right. Oh shit, okay.
It's just a frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting.
No, what did you do? This isn't how things are supposed to go. She's supposed to be an ordinary princess.
Maybe the choices I make are what shape her into the type of princess she's supposed to be. Which still shakes up to you still being the evil one here.
Quick, the blade.
Oh, we'll try.
Go ahead and
Hi.
take your little toy. It won't do you any good.
What is on the top of your head and what has happened to your hairline? I feel sorry for you.
Your legs go numb before you even have a chance to reach for the blade. You collapse to the floor as your lungs seize up, refusing to take in air.
No, not again!
I
Hi.
didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Okay, can you teach me how to dance? You seem like somebody who likes to dance.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
I don't know, keep track for me.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
I do indeed die.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not. I still don't know why it's the gunshot sound, though. There is no gun. Why? Okay. Well, that was the nightmare ending, I guess. So we have, in terms of, like, endings and not the staring contest, because I don't know how to get her to do that, we have the beast, and we have the damsel. Take the blade, and what we're gonna do is we're going to, like, go back and maybe try to free her instead. Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
Not to make things even more awkward, but do you know why you're here to kill me?
Not a clue. Do you know why I'm here to kill you? Why are you laughing at me?
That laugh. I think I'm in love.
Hero, you're officially weirder than me. What the fuck?
Stop it.
Yeah, stop. What the hell was that?
I have no idea. To be honest, I don't even know why I'm down here, or how I got here.
Yeah, no, that laugh was a deception.
I was kind of hoping you might be able to shed some light on the whole situation.
No, I'm an idiot. How would I get you out of here? This should be the same.
can't.
Okay, so she's just told us that we're gonna regret this. Let's get her out of here then. Well, let's get her out of here and try.
Oh, for the love of...
Deal with it, narrator.
Good. I'm glad you've come to your senses.
Senses, wanting a different ending, same thing.
You're making a huge mistake.
Yeah, I know. Cry about it.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess. They're large and heavy.
I have to cut her
just if you
hand
don't have
off
the key.
again. Freedom!
Against your
I don't
better
want to see this again. I don't want to see it
She
again.
didn't so
I
much
don't
as
want to
utter
see
a
it again.
sound. The
I don't want
prince- how
to
is
see
she-
it again.
Thank you.
I don't wanna. Oh, wait, this is
No,
the same again.
won't
I'm an
have any
idiot.
of that.
Wait. Haven't I gotten the damsel before?
Stop that.
Oh.
What if I
The body
warn her a
looks-
lot? I feel like I've gotten the damsel card before. Maybe
The
this is the
blade.
way?
I'll make this quick.
She
Because
knocks your
she's
legs
done
out
this
from under you.
before.
Fault when she managed. You can't just as much as
She's
everything goes dark.
trying to take care of me at that point, so we've seen all that before. Yeah, the damsel. Okay, so I was on the right track the last time.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, so I've been here before, but for some reason I didn't get the achievement. I don't need to sit through
I
this again.
have one. She will lie.
She's a
Yes,
liar.
yes, don't believe a word she said.
And
Did you
we're
just say that?
doubting,
No,
of
I didn't.
course.
Wink.
Oh crap, I think I skipped dialogue. I thought it was gonna be the same. I'm sorry. I don't know, pause if you want to read that. I'm sorry, I didn't realize. I thought it was gonna be the same, but we'll try and get the damsel ending this time.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
You're the clown. Let's go. Now, how do we manage this?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely empty.
This is
The
stale
blade is
again.
your-
I'm going to leave the blade. We'll leave it this time and hope this
The door
works.
to the basement creaks open. Her voice carries softly up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Why is it like this now?
You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I will come down here unarmed because I think I came down here armed last time.
It's even more hypnotizing than before. Is it more?
We've heard
I
that.
think we're in love.
We haven't heard that before. What the fuck, hero?
For
Stop.
everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just don't let her charm you. It's all part of the manipulation.
So we're going down, I guess, the correct damsel path now, I guess. Hi.
You walk down the stairs
What is with
and
your
lock
face?
eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Why do you look chibi-fied? What has happened to your face?
She's still so beautiful. And she has both of her arms again. Did everything we just went through actually happen?
It did, somehow.
It must have, because she's different. Can't you tell?
She is different. She looks chibi-fied.
You. I
Ah!
remember you. You're going to help me get out of here, right?
Your face is somehow even more unnerving, even though I guess it's supposed to be prettier or something. I guess that's the damsel ending? How is that an ending? Alright, well, then we need to get the beast then. I guess it's the last one. And then the staring contest? How am I supposed to win a staring contest? I don't know how to get the beast. Or if I've gotten it before. Hey, I think I'm here to kill
You
you.
must have the wrong address.
Nope.
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Thanks, narrator.
You walk down the stairs. She's so cold. Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Yeah, no, I don't bluff. Look at the knife. I'ma just step.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I really want to know how to stare at you, though.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
I don't know.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason. So,
Do you hear the conviction in her? She's unarmed.
No.
then I'm not talking to you.
I will squint at you. Maybe this is the staring contest.
You
Haha.
stare at the princess, squinting. She squints back.
The two of you are gonna do this forever, aren't you?
Yes, we are. I am fueled by spite, and if you think I'm gonna give this opportunity up, you are sorely mistaken, my dude. I will squint at her even harder.
You squint even harder.
I got my staring contest achievement. Yes.
So does she.
Squint.
At least nobody's dying right now.
You're going to have to make a choice. You can't keep squinting forever. Eventually, someone is going to have to blink.
You blink. Fine, I'll drop the blade. I can't stare.
The blade tumbles out
Yeah,
of your
blah,
trembling
blah.
hand.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Whatever, that was the achievement I was worried about getting. So we got the staring contest, baby.
Against your better judgment, we'll be fine. I don't know
We're
what you're hoping to
unarmed.
accomplish.
Now, how do I get the
This is
beast?
a pretty awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, you coming on to me, though? I'm just going with this one because it makes me laugh.
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
We do not, but okay. So, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
I'm gonna kill
You
you.
know why you're here.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm going to kill you.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
Oh, this is different.
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
Ow, I actually like my jawline. How dare you?
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
Well, that's been done before, but she has both of her hands this time.
Holy shit, that hurt!
You did fucking hurt. My jaw.
Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes
what?
through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit.
Yikes.
We can still turn this around.
Can we? Give up. Finish the job. Finish, I guess.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh,
Yeah. I
Two
did
of
that.
you fall to the floor.
this was fun.
Oh, you had fun. I also had fun. GG's.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
I don't know. Are you gonna give me the beast, though?
There it is again. That razor-sharp look in her eyes and the terrifying conviction in her words. But you don't have the time to worry over such things. Everything goes black, and you die.
That's pretty on brand. That's pretty on brand at this point. This is the Fury again. Enter the basement.
Door to the base. Her voice is
Legally continue. Maybe if we're
Walk
less
down the
friendly
stairs.
about it.
I am.
Blah, 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 blah. Conversation.
Okay.
What are you gonna do?
The princess. She knows.
Are you?
I'm just getting some talk in. Alright, I'm gonna get you out of here. Maybe. I have to get you to chomp your arm.
You're only making this.
Thank you.
I
You're
need you to
making a
bite your arm again.
You're doing the right.
I know that's the right. I know that's
I'm
the right
guessing you don't
idea.
have the key.
I know the right idea is to bite your arm.
Someone else.
So please bite it, but I don't want to
Make
see it again.
Easier for
Blah
heard the
blah
door
blah
There's a
blah.
slight-
If I could
Bitey.
just get-
She barely
Ah,
as she rips her flesh with the blade from upstairs. Or we could use. You won't like what.
I think it's slaying her, because otherwise we just cut her free.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally.
Oh, this is definitely different. So we got her mid-chomp. Okay, I think this is the correct path now. Ew.
The wound drives her to the ground.
Yep.
Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
Thank you, hero. I need a hero.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
Yep.
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
Yo, I know you're mad about me backstabbing you, but I think we just unlocked your inner beast. Sick!
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
That's fine. It's time to turn you into a furry.
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see that razor sharpness in her gaze? I don't think she's bluffing. I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us.
It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you.
I'm not so sure.
Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm.
Icky, but we definitely got the beast now, hooray!
Your knife cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw.
Gross.
Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Alright, hero, sure, we're doing this. Words are hard. Slay!
Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees.
We can still turn this around.
Let's do it.
You steel your resolve and take another step closer to the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can still make sure that she won't make it out of here either.
Excuse me? What's this about not making it out of here alive?
We're bleeding out.
Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone in this room is still standing right now. Don't act so surprised. Can you not feel all those gashes and holes pulling our friend apart? If the princess doesn't do them in here, blood loss is certain to finish the job. You take another step forward, and the princess lunges towards you. The two of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons. And then you stop. Neither you nor princess able to go any further. You collapse on the ground, and the princess collapses beside you. Blood pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Yeah, but I mean, we're both monsters. I know I definitely am. I got some fur, I got some claws. I think I look pretty cool. And you know what? So do you. Maybe in another life. Maybe we can take down this hoe in my head. But for now, alas, I want my achievement.
Silence as the room starts to get fuzzy around you. You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all. It's over.
Until chapter 2.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
There it is again. That razor-sharp look in her eyes and that terrifying conviction in her words.
But you don't have the time left to worry about such things. Everything goes black, and you die.
Yay! Oh my god, we're gonna get the beast!
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. I shall say... these are the same. Let's just silently go.
I have one last warning for you.
What?
She will lie.
Yeah, it's the same warning.
She's a clever one, and determined too. Keep your eyes open and your senses sharp, because we're not going to let her get the best of us again.
Okay, we're obsessed now. That's not weird.
Ignore him, she's just a princess. Don't overestimate her.
Well, I'm not gonna underestimate her either. We're both furries now. Proceed into the cabin.
The
Oh, why is
interior
it
of the
tilted?
cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time. Wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only item of furniture is a plain, termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Yes, do it. Take the blade and make her pay. pay for what she's done.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, sure, we'll take it, crazy. I saved beforehand. If it goes horribly wrong, we'll just not.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Why are you still letting me go in the
The door
basement,
to the
though?
basement creeps open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to step over a few holes.
What, did she eat them? Is she a termite? What kind of beast are you?
The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet,
Ew.
as if you're stepping down into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Why is it humid now?
She growls up the stairs.
Rawr.
I can smell you.
I can smell you too, lady. We're both stinky.
It isn't hypnotizing anymore. It's almost feral.
Yeah, she's a beast now. We've turned her into a furry.
Don't let her intimidate you. You carefully make your way down the stairs.
Hello.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, a large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
How is it that you kind of look cuter like this? Like, your hair is kind of ruffled, you look very small, you're actually quite adorable like this. You know what? This is my favorite form of yours. Look at you, you're so cute.
You.
Aww.
You're the reason I'm still down here. Fiend, monster, betrayer. Nothing will get between my teeth and your throat.
Aw, you're so cute, I can't even be mad. Who's a good princess? Who's a good princess? I deserve to die. And I got the beast ending. Let's go. I finally did it. I have all of the endings now. Oh my god. Almost like 2.5 hours later. Actually, no. It's like a little over 2.5 hours later now. We did it. We got it. We got such a cute little ending. She looks so cute. This little puppy, werebeast, whatever the fuck she was supposed to be. But I'm happy with that. And I definitely want to play the full game when it comes out because there's so much lore. And I have so many theories. I still maintain that the narrator is the real bad guy here, and what you do ultimately, at least from what I've seen, shapes what kind of princess you're gonna get. You know, like, what you do determines whether she's, I guess, quote-unquote, good or bad, which is really interesting to me. So I can't wait till this comes out. I've already wishlisted it on Steam, so I am very excited. But that's gonna do it for me. We've gotten all of the Steam achievements. I'm assuming that's all the endings as well, plus some little nuances, some little slight changes if you pick certain options. So I'm very happy with that. And once the full game comes out, I probably do Let's Play on it as well. But for now, thank you so much for obviously watching this. If you have a game that you would like to see me play, leave it in the comments below! What? I was outroing and then you did that. Wait, what happens if we load up the game now? Does it change?
You're on a path.
No, it's exactly the same. So if you stay on this screen for too long, then I guess that happens. That got me good. But anyway, there's a game you'd like to see me play. Drop it in the comments below, and I'll consider it. I'm gonna run away now before she jump scares me again. So, like, comment, subscribe, and goodbye! I still prefer you in puppy form. You were definitely cuter in puppy form.